Majesty, this is Jamie Curtis with One Young World.
Nice to meet you. How are you doing?
I'm very well.
So good to be here.
We're so excited to have you.
I'm very excited, actually. I've heard so much about this event, and I know it's a...
She's an incredible advocate for human rights around the world. She is one of the most powerful voices for refugees and vulnerable populations. She changes all of our perception about what it means to be a powerful, compassionate woman in the 21st century. Please welcome our very own Queen Rania of Jordan.
In 1998, the year of the Good Friday Agreement, His Majesty King Hussein was battling cancer. That fall, he was undergoing chemotherapy. But when he was called to help salvage talks for a milestone agreement between the Israelis and Palestinians, my father-in-law didn't hesitate. He unhooked his IV, left his hospital bed, and flew to Wye River, Maryland, to support the parties in their negotiations. And when, after 9 days, they reached an agreement, His Majesty spoke at the signing. He started by joking that the peace process had made the American envoy's hair turn gray. And then he said, "I've lost all mine, even my eyebrows. But this is part of the life in which we live. And no matter what, if I had an ounce of strength, I would have done my utmost to be here and to help in any way I can." Cancer reminded King Hussein once again of how limited time can be. And once again, he chose to live in the fullness of that time, to give meaning to every moment he had so that future generations could live in peace. 25 years after the Wye River Memorandum, that's what has happened in Palestine. For many, it seems the Palestinian-Israeli conflict has become an abstraction, a metaphor for intractable hatred, a place the world would rather forget. But time marches on. In fact, already in 2023, more Palestinians have died at the hands of Israelis than in any of the past 15 years. And every second of every minute of every day, millions of Palestinians are being robbed of their freedom, their rights, their very identity, even as we watch. Palestinian families are being uprooted from their land. Worshippers at Al-Aqsa are attacked and brutalized. Families are buried under homes reduced to rubble, while 12-year-olds are jailed just for throwing stones, even as we watch. To make lasting progress against the problems we face, we must devote not only every ounce of our strength, but every ounce of our time. Sometimes we'll feel that time is on our side, and sometimes that it's working against us. But time only moves in one direction, and moments lost can never be regained. Despite strong headwinds, my husband, His Majesty King Abdullah, continues to walk the hard and often lonely path of peace. It is time we populate that path. It is time that Israeli and Palestinian leaders alike do justice by their own people, and that leaders everywhere snap out of complacency and put in the hard work that lasting peace requires in the Middle East and elsewhere. Our time is finite, but how we spend it, that's up to us. When we're putting it to good use, it appears to expand before us. But when we're chasing every new distraction, we never seem to have enough, and it contracts to nothingness. So in the moment, you have to be all in.